another video. If you're new here, my name is Bex, and today we are going to be cooking together. I have 6 huge things of these blueberries that have been completely ripened for quite some time now, and I figured that I would just make a ton of recipes that include bananas. So I'm going to show you 4 healthy recipes that you can make with ripe bananas if you come across this issue. But hopefully you don't go out and buy 6 things of bananas because that's just dumb. So the first thing that we are going to bake is a classic banana bread. Everyone loves banana bread, or at least everyone should love banana bread because it tastes so good. So I'm going to show you a healthy recipe for a banana bread. Here are the ingredients that you are going to need. I have all of mine lined up down here on my countertop. And I have my bowl to mix in. First things first, of course, you wanna make sure your hands are washed, especially during this time, hashtag Corona season. So make sure you go wash your hands, and also preheat your oven to 350. You wanna make sure you preheat your oven before you do all this, because I know just be sitting around with the batter ready to go into the oven. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my bananas. I'm going to peel 3 to 4 of them. I'm gonna use 4 because these are kind of small. And then I'm just gonna place them in the bowl. While those are in the bowl, I'm then going to get the 1/3 measuring cup, and I'm going to scoop out my butter so I can melt it. I'm going to stick this in the microwave for like 15 seconds to melt it. I'm gonna start mashing up my bananas. I'm just using like a potato masher, but you can also just use a fork. Once the butter is melted, then you want to combine it into the mashed up bananas. Set the bowl aside and then mix it. Then I'm going to get 3/4 cup of sugar, and I'm going to put that in. Also, I'm going to add my 1 egg. I'm going to put my vanilla. I'm just gonna do a dash. I just eye it because I don't have the correct measuring cup. Then I'm going to add my teaspoon of baking soda, teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to grab my flour, and I'm using whole wheat flour. I like it better than all-purpose flour. I don't like bleached flour in my food. Looks like it should be like this consistency. I'm just going to grab the baking pan, and you can also make these into muffins and you just cook them for about 30 minutes. The cook time for this bread is 50 to 60 minutes, but muffins can be good too if you want to have less cooking time. I'm just going to spray my pan with coconut oil non-stick spray and then pour it in. So my bread is evenly spread throughout the pan. Now you can add chocolate chips to this mix, you can add walnuts to this mix, you can add whatever you want to the mix. I like to keep it plain, and then I like to add a little bit of cinnamon sugar onto the top, and it makes it so good. It comes out like so crispy on the top, and it's so good. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that on the top. I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 50 to 60 minutes, and I will show you the outcome. So for this next recipe, it's a super easy on-the-go snack that you can bring with you anywhere, or you can have it as like a treat at night. That's normally what I do. But you can pack them if you're no one's really going to work right now. But if you were to make these when the quarantine is over, They're a super easy snack that you can bring to work as a snack, something quick to eat. So they are a banana, peanut butter, and like chocolate bite, I guess you could call them. There's really no right name for these. I just kind of made them up myself, but they're super yummy. And there's not that many ingredients. It's just going to be bananas, peanut butter, cinnamon, and some chocolate chips or any chocolate that you can melt. You want to get a pan and put parchment paper, or you could use anything, I guess, but parchment paper is the best that I have noticed. Nothing really sticks to it. So you're just gonna line the pan with the paper. And you're going to peel your bananas and cut them into like 1-inch slices. Once they're laid out like that, then you're just going to sprinkle cinnamon on them very, very lightly. Sprinkled on them lightly, you're then going to put peanut butter on one of them and then make it a sandwich. So once they're all into little sandwiches like this, then you're just going to stick them in the freezer or the fridge for about 10 minutes just to get them cooled, so then you can dip them in the chocolate. So while those are in the freezer getting cold, I'm going to then melt my semi-sweet chocolate chips. You can use any chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, whatever you like. And I'm going to add a little bit of coconut oil just to make sure that it doesn't get burnt while it's melting. And I'm going to just dip them in the chocolate. And then they just look like that. Little peanut butter chocolate banana bites. They are so good for like a dessert. I have such a sweet tooth at night. The fact that I can eat these and they are somewhat healthy is perfect. Once they are done, they're gonna all look like this, and then you can just stick them in the freezer, freeze them, and then once they're completely frozen, put them in a little container, and you can keep them in the freezer or you can bring them out and put them in the fridge. But personally, I like to keep them in the freezer because they last longer and they just taste so good when they're frozen. So I'm gonna put these in the freezer. Recipe is going to be a breakfast granola bar. This is also perfect for on the go. I will put the ingredients right here. It is super easy to make, and it's the perfect thing to bring when you're going out somewhere or you're working out. Once again, we're going to peel our bananas and mash them up in a bowl. Going to add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of flax seed meal. You don't have to put this in, it's optional, but it is really good. And then about 2.5 to 3 cups of oats. So this is the consistency that it should be. It should look something like this. And then you can bake this on a cooking sheet and just lay it flat. But I do have this cooking sheet, so it kind of is in the shape of a granola bar anyway, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna spray this with some coconut oil just to be safe so they don't stick. And then I'm just going to fill the little spaces. Now I'm going to stick them in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes on 400 degrees, and I will show you the outcome. For the last recipe, we are going to be making these super quick and easy peanut butter banana muffins. The ingredients are right here, and let's get started. I'm going to peel my bananas, then add my baking soda, a little bit of maple syrup and honey, add some chocolate chips again, add the peanut butter. I'm going to add a dash of vanilla. So I'm just gonna grab my already greased muffin pan and just pour the mix into the pan. And then stick them in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. Alright guys, guys, so that wraps up the cooking for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed and try these recipes for yourself. And if you did, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more because I post videos every single week. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.